In my original conception of it, I was going to have Asunaboshi be the main character. He's the 1-inch high samurai, and I just love the idea of him becoming more, that he'd be this leader, that despite his size, he's the best fighter in the group, and that he'd kind of be shrewd, but also kind of have a Napoleonic complex. This is the kind of character who everybody judges for his size, and even though he knows that, and a lot of people do give him a fair chance despite his size, that's always something that he resents. And as a result, his core conflict is kind of wanting to become more and prove that he's more, and make sure that when he comes into the room, people notice. But because of his size, that's not always possible.
It's hard for me to pick a favorite character, actually. I'm really excited for Miyuki because we get to do something almost brand new with her. Or not Miyuki, I'm really excited for Kamiko because we get to do something brand new for her. Sort of a mixture of real history and a piece of the myth, but often an overlooked piece of the myth, since she's from Asumboshi's legend and it's sort of the princess that gets saved. I'm really excited to actually write for her as a character and a person. I'm excited for Yosei because there's so much interesting history behind using an actual person. Studying history gives you a unique perspective on what the truth is, because you start to see that the more sources you read, the more conflicting pieces of information you get. So it all kind of feeds into an idea, but you're never quite 100% sure that you really know what the real story is. And especially with a figure like Yosei, where he features in myth, he features in actual history, but he's kind of a weird sort of footnote a lot of the time. His story is so shrouded in, is that what really happened? Or is that kind of what got passed down because that's what the people in power wanted you to believe? And actually making him into a person and the sort of the bittersweet elements of his story I really like. I really like Dog. She's a much more simple character, but she has a lot of warmth, and she always makes me think of Oshi and Nami, who were the first Akitas I ever met. I feel like we're kind of celebrating Nami's spirit and Oshi's spirit in kind of a combination of those two personalities, because Nami was so giving and so warm, and Oshi is so energetic and playful. So I feel like Dog is kind of a combination of those two. I don't know, I like them all. I like Momo and Monkey and Pheasant and everybody. I like Akane, I like our ghost. She's fun to draw and she was fun to come up with, explore just the world that we're making and weaving all these different elements together, because it's not just history and it's not just myth and it's not just a fantasy story. It's really combining all of those aspects into something that I think is both unique and familiar, and that's a pretty amazing product.